Hello, Leo, and welcome back to Sage and Stone Tarot. My name is Jennifer, and I just finished your December Twin Flame Soulmate Love reading, but I am back again because what I'm doing for each and every zodiac sign for the month of December is their love reading for the month of December, but I'm also doing a winter solstice / Yule reading for each and every zodiac sign. So for those who live on the northern hemisphere, we are moving into winter, and in December is the winter solstice or Yule. I believe it is around like December 21st. I know on the southern hemisphere that they are going into summer. But for those who are on the northern hemisphere, winter solstice or Yule is the shortest day, longest night. And also during this time of year, during this darkened time of year, this can often bring up depression, grief, and memories of all we have lost. And that could be within 2019 or even beyond that. But that so that's the kind of reading I'm going to be doing. I'm doing a winter solstice Yule reading. One of the main reasons why I moved to Arizona because I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, but I've lived in the northeast for most of my adult life until 3 years ago. I've lived in Pennsylvania, Connecticut. I've lived in Virginia, and a very small stint in Florida. But for the most part, I lived the majority of my life on the Northeast. And I had noticed as I have gotten older that during this time of year, I slowly started to develop and had been developing seasonal affective disorder. So moving here to Arizona was one of the best things that I have been able to do for my emotional and mental and even spiritual overall well-being and health. But at the same time, during this year, during winter and winter solstice, the darkness also holds its own kind of beauty. And this is also a time for dreaming, for rest, reflection, going inward, and also honoring our sorrow. Because Yule is also about welcoming back the light. And in order to welcome back the light, we must walk through the darkness and honor her to be able to embrace the light. So this reading has 4 questions. This is not a spread that I made up myself. I found it on a website called GaianSoul.com. Joanna Colbert. I'll put the link in the description box below. And the first question centers on darkness or brokenness. And please remember, Leo, that you are not broken. You have always been whole. You were born whole. But situations in our life, events, things that have happened to us that can have us feeling broken on the inside. And so the first question, it focuses on what you have lost, what are you grieving, and what feels broken within. The second is about the promise or the rebirth of the sun and renewal, and what is that promise of renewal. The third is the integration of the dark and light, and what wisdom does the dark and light offer as they are intertwined. And the last one is the gift of the dark, a remembering what longs to be remembered and restored, and what is the gift that the dark has given you. So I'm going to put these questions on the side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start again with the Moonology cards, just to kind of give an overall sense of the energies that are going to be in and around you during this winter, the winter solstice. And then I go into the tarot, which I'll be using my Radiance Rider-Waite deck, and I'll be doing I use clarifiers if I have to with the Crystal Vision. And then at the very end, I will give messages of love from my Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield. So this is for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Neptune, Jupiter. If you have Leo in your chart and anywhere, this might resonate with you. So this is solely for the zodiac sign Leo. So we're going to find what energies will be in and around you during this darkened time of year for those who live on the Northern Hemisphere. I decided that I do love doing the Twin Flame Soulmate readings monthly, but I wanted to expand some of my readings on the channel. And for those who are walking the Twin Flame journey, I will also be doing healing readings for each and every zodiac sign from time to time, just to focus on what needs healing for you yourself, or your divine masculine or divine feminine, depending on who and what you resonate. So that's going to be coming up on my channel. I wanted to expand more with tarot readings that offer healing and spiritual and personal growth for those specifically on a twin flame journey, because the twin flame journey truly is a coming home to oneself. It's about empowerment. And if you and your divine counterpart or your twin is meant to have physical 3D union in this lifetime, it's always good to check in with some guidance on what is needed further to heal. So here we are. So energies for Leo during this darkened time, winter solstice. Oh, sorry. This just flew. Okay. All right, Leo. The bottom of the deck, which is kind of like a main energy for you or a main message during this darkened time, winter solstice, Yule, full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. So this is going to be like a main focus for you during this darkened time throughout the winter, and as winter solstice, Yule approaches. And with the violets and the indigo, I feel is that it's time to. This is going to be a time to go inward and to strengthen the third eye, psychic abilities. This is the pineal gland, and this is really getting in touch with your knowing, your intuition, your higher self, your higher power, as well as the crown chakra and above. And it's to release negativity. So anything that has been in and around you that has been negative, toxic, it's going to be a time to release. With that, we have the void, of course, moon. Nothing will come of this situation. When I look at this card, if you look at this card, based on the kind of reading that I'm doing for the winter solstice, this darkened time, there is nothing will come of this situation. What I'm picking up is that there's really nothing that you need to do except to go inward. This is no movement, no making any life-altering decisions. This is a time to just literally spend time within one's self, to become very still, to release this negativity. And right in the middle, and this is green, which is heart centers. This is the heart chakra. New moon in Virgo, and it's time to make new space, opening up. As you're releasing the negativity through this time, it's going to open up this new energy to be able to receive. A time to give rather than take. When we are in a place where we might be grieving, or we are in a place we are feeling saddened, depressed, grieving, sorrow. What I find, and for some, a time to give. Maybe volunteer at a food bank or a kitchen, and give of your time. Because a lot of times, I know for me, when I'm feeling at my lowest, sometimes it helps to raise like my vibration when I can give to others, so I'm not so focused on my own sorrow or own pain. It allows me to look at things from a different perspective. It allows me to be very grateful for what I have. I might not have everything that I want, but I 99.9999% of the time, if not 100% of the time, I have exactly what I need, and to be very grateful, and to be able to give of myself. And the last message is a time for healing. So this couldn't be any more perfect. So this entire darkened time for you, Leo, is to quiet down, is to go inward and to reflect, to give of yourself, to release negativity, and to truly take care of yourself and to honor the dark, to honor the dark. So now I'm going to go into the tarot, and the first question is, what is it that you have lost? What are you grieving, and what feels broken within? So this will give you some indication as to what those Moonology cards were speaking of. You yourself probably already know what it is that you have lost, or what it is that you're grieving, or what feels broken within. Okay. Leo, what are they grieving? What are they grieving? What is they lost? What are they focused on? What have they lost? Okay. Ooh, I just got a chill. I just got a chill. This is a highly emotional, this is a very emotional, this is a very emotional issue for you, Leo. We have the Nine of Wands. This is the way it's come out, and it's a progression, okay? This is the way it came out. The Nine of Wands to the Ten of Wands. Leo, what I'm picking up, based on the question, what have you lost? What are you grieving? What feels broken within? Wounded warrior, you are what I'm feeling, what I'm picking up, for those that I'm tapping into, that there is a feeling of like the wounded warrior, that you have gone into battle time and time and time again, and the Ten of Wands, pushing uphill, feeling like you have been pushing these burdens uphill, that you have been working really, really hard to lay the burdens down. King and Queen of Wands. This, I feel, is a generational or ancestral wounding. This is the wounding. This is childhood. These are deep childhood, what you feel that you might be grieving, what you have lost. With the King and the Queen of Wands, what I'm feeling, there could be, with the 9 and 10 of Wands, codependency, a long history of codependency, emotional unavailability, being emotionally distant and emotionally shut down and cold. This is parents. This is childhood. These are childhood woundings, burdens burdens of the past that what I'm feeling for you, Leo, is that you've been carrying around for a very, very long time. We have the World card, and with the Moonology cards, time to release negativity and a time for healing. This is a cycle that you will be working through to close up an ending of a life cycle. This is breaking the chain, chain of codependency, breaking the chain and really tapping in with the King of Cups in the middle here. If for those that I'm tapping into, if you have been in and around or grew up in and around a household where there was no emotion, no affection, no one allowed to express their emotions in a safe container, and martyrdom or being a martyr, codependency, victim mentality, these are burdens that are being laid down. This is what it is that is being healed, and feeling as if you are grieving. This is a loss of really trying to lay these down and to rebuild so you can open up a new life cycle, so you can bring in all of this emotion. This is getting in touch with your heart. This is getting in touch with your feelings and emotions, and understanding that it is okay to be vulnerable, that it is okay to express our feelings and our emotions in a safe container. That your heart is a safe place to go to. If you felt that it hasn't been, now is the time to understand and to go within and to know that your heart is a safe place to go to. So the next question is the promise, rebirth of the sun, renewal. What is this promise of renewal? The promise of renewal, the return of the sun. What is this promise? Being told one more time. Promise, rebirth of the sun, renewal. What is the promise of renewal for Leo? I'm just going to get some clarifying messages. No, actually, I don't need this. No. I'm good. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. The promise. What is the promise of renewal? What is being lifted for you, Leo, is the lack and scarcity consciousness or mindset, feeling left out in the cold. The promise of renewal is that this is being lifted. No longer will you be feeling left out in the cold. No longer will you have that feeling of lack and scarcity. That is being lifted for you the deeper you go within. What is the promise? The return of the sun. We have the Queen of Cups. This is tapping into the promise of renewal, is your heart, is understanding and knowing that you are love. You are an infinite being of love and light. And this kind of love, this Queen of Cups, is strong, is very intuitive, is very compassionate, is unconditional love. And this is an unconditional love of self, of yourself. Bringing back the love in your heart. Now we have the Nine of Pentacles, the return of the sun, the promise. All of your hard work has and is paying off. All of your hard work, and all of that hard work, where you once were in a place of sadness and focusing only on the sadness and on the pain and on the wounds, is that your promise of the sun, or the return of the sun, and this renewal is that you are the blessing. You are the blessing, and you start to see yourself as the blessing. Seven of Wands, the return of the sun, the promise of renewal is that you no longer need to defend yourself. You no longer need to keep this barrier across your heart. You no longer need to defend who you truly are. And the return of the sun, the promise, is the high priestess. And I said also, with the time to release negativity, is to tap into your knowing, is to tap into your intuition. This is putting that into balance. This is trusting who you are. Your knowing, this high priestess energy is about, it's about intuition, it's about mystery, and this is uncovering the mystery of who you are and knowing, just knowing who you are on a very deep ethereal level is what I've been channeled, is that you are this infinite being, and that this return is a return of you as the high priestess. So I feel that is beautiful. There's a lot being lifted. And what I feel is the Queen of Cups was the first to come out. And the last is the High Priestess. So you come out as this very healthy, conscious, loving, compassionate, empathetic, all-knowing, very strong in one's intuition. So the third question is the integration of dark and light. What wisdom does the dark and light offer as they have been intertwining? As the dark and light intertwine and dance with one another, what is the wisdom that you will have and will obtain? The gift and the wisdom of the integration of the light and dark. Okay, sorry, I was just channeling and paying attention. Integration of light and dark for Leo. Integration. What is the wisdom? Wisdom. Okay. Something flipped over. There was a card that flipped over. Yes. Wow, it couldn't be even more perfect. Oh, wow. This is amazing. And here you are, Leo. Oh my goodness. Actually, I'm being shown to put this here. Okay. So, from the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. This is your energy, Leo. It's not gender specific. The wisdom of the dark and light as they intertwine. You come out as in your full fire element, your full Leo. I mean, you're Leo, the sign of Leo. This is coming into your own with a strong sense of self. With the sunflower, this is rebirth and renewal. You have a very, very strong sense of self, and what I feel and what it is that I see is kind of growing tall like a sunflower, and you standing very strong in your like a lioness. That is how I'm feeling it. Like I said, it's not gender specific, but I'm looking at the queen. That's why I said lioness. But that's the integration of everything, you coming out as whole. The wisdom gained is the Temperance card, being kind, gentle, and patient with yourself. But if you see the angel, the Temperance angel, pouring the cups of water back and forth, that is balancing the light and the dark, the wisdom that everything balances out, to balance the masculine and feminine within, to balance the dark and the light, that in order to have the light, we must walk through the dark, which is the Eight of Cups. Releasing negativity, the wisdom gained as the dark and light intertwine is that you have been willing to walk away and walk into your soul, to really walk into your soul and really look at your soul. Wheel of Fortune, you have broken the chain. The wisdom that you are being offered as an integration of the dark and the light, the wheel has turned because you have broken the chain. You have broken the chain of generations of what I have mentioned in the beginning. It could be codependency, it could be emotional unavailability, not feeling safe in one's heart, being a martyr or a people pleaser. You've broken the chain. Knight of Cups, the wisdom of the dark and the light together. The Knight is offering, you are offering yourself your own cup of love, and you now feel very confident in being vulnerable with your feelings and emotions. You are feeling very vulnerable in your feelings and emotions and feeling very comfortable because you now have a very strong sense of self. And the last question is the gift of the dark, remembering. What longs to be remembered and restored? What is the gift of the dark? The gift that you are receiving from the dark, what longs to be remembered and restored? Oh, wow. I'm so very, oh. Oh my goodness. All right, there are two from the bottom of the deck. From the bottom of the deck. Gift of the dark. What longs to be remembered and restored? What is the gift of the dark? We have the Emperor card. The gift of the dark to be remembered. Remember, you are the authority of your life. You are a leader. You're the one who leads you. You lead your heart. You lead your life. You are the emperor. It's not gender specific. It's what this energy stands for. The emperor. You are in control. You are in control. You are the only person the only thing you have control over is your own self, your own feelings, your own reactions to things. And Ace of Cups. Remember to fill your cup up first, because the overflow that you see in this card is as you fill your cup up to overflowing, that overflow is you are able to give the overflow to all of those people that you love and care about deeply, as well as those people that you interact on a daily basis, humanity as well. What longs to be restored and remembered? What is being restored? The Fool card is your sense of wonder, childlike innocence, knowing that you can trust yourself to take a leap of faith in any area of your life that you choose to leap to and towards. with a very childlike innocence and curiosity. What is it? What do you, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. What longs to be remembered and restored? That you are the Empress. It's not gender specific. So we now have the Emperor and the Empress. Remember that you have both dark and light. You have the masculine and feminine within you. You are a leader in your own life. You have structure, you have law, you have order within, but you also have beauty and unconditional love and creation and manifestation. You manifest the beauty in your life. You are a child of the earth. So that is something to remember, and it is being restored. Two of Cups. Self-love is the first love relationship that we all must engage in order for us to have a Two of Cups relationship or partnership outside of ourselves. So to remember that self-love comes first, to love yourself first. Mutual love, appreciation, and value and respect. In order for it to be mutual to the outside, it must come from the inside, because that is where the overflow, because you know that you can fill your cup up. What needs to be remembered and restored is that you are your own happily ever after. This could not be a more beautiful ending so far. This is the third winter solstice Yule reading that I've done, and this is the most beautiful energy. So Leo, I cannot believe this cannot end in a more positive way. Ace of Cups, the Empress, the Emperor, the Fool, Two of Cups, and Ten of Cups. You are your own first love. You are your own happily ever after. You have the masculine and feminine within. You have the Temperance card as well. So this is an amazing, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills talking about this. To end this, I will pull a few messages from the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield. This is one of my favorite oracle decks. It's Messages of Love. One more. Okay. So the bottom of the deck. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. What I'm feeling based on this reading, speak the language of love to yourself. So as you are going deep into this winter, this darkened time, winter solstice, Yule, speak only love to you. Start reprogramming the subconscious. And because once we can reprogram the subconscious, it becomes conscious. So speak only loving affirmations, mantras, and words to yourself. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. So this, I feel, also goes with the Moonology card. It's a time to give rather than take. So if you are in a place if you find that you are in a place of sadness, grief, and sorrow, it's demonstrate love, give of yourself, because it will uplift you. Back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. So as you move along through this darkened time, through the winter solstice and beyond, back to what you love. Recapture, if there are things, hobbies, interests, things that you've put on the back burner, start bringing them out and start getting back to what opens up your heart and makes your heart happy and gives you and fills you up with that unconditional love from within. So Leo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be updated on readings like this and my monthly Twin Flame Soulmate Love readings. And until next time, Leo, I wish you so much love and so much peace.